All right, everyone, we have Haley McCutcheon here. First of all, congrats on the win, scoring the first goal of the season. Just your initial thoughts on the game and your performance.
Yeah, I mean 6-0. What's not to love about that? I think something that we talked about going into the season was just playing a full 90-minute performance, and I think we got off to a good start doing that.
Good, awesome.
Haley, crunching the numbers, you've scored the fastest goal in Pride history in a home opener,
Wow.
and you've also scored 3 goals in your last 4 games played with the Pride. Just walk me through what's kind of like worked in, like, obviously in the playoffs and now leading into the regular season. You found your scoring boots.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think that with the special players we have and their qualities, they take a lot of attention from defenders. And so if I can find myself getting those opportunities, I just feel like I've been at the right place at the right time and made the most of it. So want to continue to do that.
Just, it seemed like the team was just hitting on all cylinders tonight, and they kept pushing for more. What was about this game where it was almost like a precedent setter for the rest of the season of getting off to such a fast start and tying the most goals you've ever scored in a game?
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think scoring goals is usually the last thing to come as we're, going through preseason and finding ourselves in the first match. So to get 6 right off the bat is really good to kind of get in a flow. That's something that we've worked really hard all preseason doing. And so we want to just be more dynamic on all fronts. And obviously we did that. And if you score 6 goals, it's going to be tough to lose that game. So we're feeling good about it.
Go to Nathaniel.
Back here, with this being the celebration of last year, the banners, the championship memories and everything, how important was it to still come out and have a dominant performance for this season and doing it in the fashion that the team just did it?
Yeah, we don't like to talk about outside noise, but there's been a lot of talk about who's going to win the Shield this year, who's going to win the championship, and we've not really been in that conversation, which is hilarious to us. So that definitely lit a fire under us on top of, having the banner celebration tonight and starting off, if I was Chicago, I don't want to see those 2 banners going up, as we begin our game. So, it was really important for us to come out on the front foot and prove that you can't overlook us this year either.
Go to Luis.
Hi, Haley. Congrats on the win. Obviously, the Pride are very strong win. What do you think you attribute this win to? Something special you guys maybe did in training? Thank you.
Yeah, we've talked about being a little bit more patient when we get the ball up in the final third and just picking our moments, and I think that we did that. I think we had a lot of sustained possession in the final third and made them work. And I think we could have had even more goals. I think that if we just keep that focus, find ourselves, onside in those dangerous moments and continue to, again, just make them work and exploit their unorganization, then I think we're going to be good.
We'll go to Luis. No.
Congratulations on today's victory. Do you have a goal for this season, and how confident are you to achieve that goal for this season? Thank you.
Yeah. Individually or as a team? Oh, I think I want to just be a more complete player. I want to get on the score sheet. I want to get up in the attack and create and kind of build off of my defensive, just dominance, I think. I think that I kind of am that stabilizer in the midfield, and I want to be able to, showcase other attributes. So that's my goal, just to help the team win. I mean, if we can do what we did last year, then I will be very happy.
Now to Austin.
Haley, you kind of mentioned just having the distribution of players and everybody stepping up. And obviously Barbara is going to be the one that a lot of people kind of key in on.
Yeah.
How much do you feel that just now that she's had that year under her belt last year, it almost opens up more space for everybody else because of how dangerous of a threat she is?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's huge. I think that you cannot ignore her, and as she continues to develop, I talked a lot about it last year. She's just getting better and better, and she's going to keep growing her game, which is going to be really exciting to be a part of. Not to mention, we have Marta, we have Angelina, we have all of these amazing players, Ali Watt, that are really, really dynamic going forward, and so. Yeah, it's really fun, and we're going to just hopefully keep getting better as the season goes on.
We'll go to Sean.
Seb talks a lot about starting and ending halves strong. Can you talk about how important that was tonight to be able to score at the beginning and then at both halves?
Yeah, I think starting off early was really, really important for us. I think as you look back at last year, that was a huge driver for us in most games. I think we scored in the first half and went in, up at halftime, which is a huge confidence booster. I think tonight coming in at 2-0 at halftime is always, kind of a weird score line, and so to start off, I think we scored in the first 2 minutes of the second half. So again, just when we come out on the front foot, not only from half to half, but dead balls, things like that, we've really just tried to lock in on, we call them big five moments. So if we can stay locked in those moments and exploit the other team, then yeah, we're doing our job, and we just can't shut off when those times come.
We're going to go to Jeff on the Zoom and then Luis to end it.
Hey, Haley, Jeff Kasuf. Just continuing on Barbara, maybe just the goals specifically, and that first one especially. Just what did you see? What did you make of, that incredible turn? And I don't know if you have new words for what she's doing, but those goals specifically, what are in your view?
Yeah, I mean, I told her I don't know what goal it was that she created, the opportunity. She did a lot for the goals leading up to her first goal. So I told her, keep making those runs, keep being, threatening in your press, and it's going to come. I was like, let's get you one. And then she got two. So that's Barbara for you. But I just saw her, it took a good bounce for her, and she's in. And I think I was celebrating long before the ball even went in the back of the net, because I know she's going to put it away. So, yeah, really proud of her, and just glad she's on our team.
Luis?
I wanted to ask you how special was to seeing the banners being hung on the top of the wall, and obviously how special it was today to see the stadium, was really loud and cheering you guys up. And is this setting a good expectation towards what's coming next? Thank you.
Yeah, I think, the banners are, Kylie and I were looking at them, they're so beautiful. But I think what's even more beautiful is seeing those fans out there. I don't know how many we had tonight, but it was absolutely electric, and I think one of the biggest crowds I've seen since I've been here, and so I'm so glad that we were able to put on a show and entertain them tonight, and yeah, I think this is the start of a really special season.